Welcome back to Peniros, mind people. Now, I don't know why the sun's out like this, but it's freezing, yeah, in the UK. It's freezing. It's getting to that point now. You know, January and February is always a time where it gets freezing cold, okay? First thing I want to say, people, big shouts out to all the new subscribers. I love to have you over here. Welcome. And also, for those that haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button, but don't forget, most importantly, hit the notification bell button so you can get notified anytime I make a new video, okay? Now today, people, I want to talk about ego. I really want to talk about ego and pride because really they go together. But we just do two separate videos because you know when I start talking, I can go on, right? But valid points though, valid points, okay? Now, ego. And the reason why we're talking about ego today, because there was a situation that happened not too long ago with someone, not that I know personally, but someone that I know of, you know, and it started by ego, you know. So I just wanted to talk about the effects of ego, you know, and why people are so egotistical, you know what I'm saying? This is Peniros' mind, so you know, these are my thoughts. You might not agree with everything that I'm saying, but you know, this is just my knowledge on what I've seen in the years that I've been here, okay? So ego now. So ego is definitely a huge thing and it's used in many different fields, you know what I mean? You know, it's used on the streets, it's used at work, you know, it's used with people that feel that they have a lot of money. It can be used as many different things, you know what I mean? Many different things, right? So ego is a thing that can be very dangerous, and people have been killed, as we know, because of ego. People die every day because of ego, okay? From what I see, it's like, it's very dangerous because it's like, some people, I feel, you know, when they get up in the morning and they leave their house, yeah, it's like they've almost like built a character up inside their head before they leave the door. You understand what I'm saying to you? And now I'm not like taking the mick out of people that do this. There goes the sun again. I'm not taking the mick out of people that do this because there's different reasons why people carry ego, okay? And we'll get to that later. Some people leave the house, you know, thinking that, you know, they're better than others. But really the truth is in the fact is that they don't really think they're better than others. That's not what I think. I think in their mind, they want to show that they're better than others. And right now we live in the days of, you know, fakery, you know, capping, you know what I mean? So to call it. What is it all for? I don't know. I don't know who they're trying to impress. So whilst the person is, you know, out building this character about themselves, they don't want nothing to come between them and this character. So it's almost like they're fighting themselves. But the truth in the matter is, you know, they're keeping this character because they don't want other people to see them weak or at a bad point, you know. So this is very dangerous, you know, and a lot of arguments can be caused by this. Let me give you a few examples of how ego could be very dangerous in certain situations. So let me give a situation of, you know, a few man them jamming together, a few ladies over there, a few man them jamming together. You know, not everyone in the room, you know each other for the same amount of period of time. You know what I'm trying to say? One of them might know someone for like, you know, 10 years. The other one might know someone their whole life, 20 years or whatever, 30 years or whatever it is. So the person's not really gonna let everyone get away with talking to them that way, you know what I'm trying to say? But also the person definitely don't want to let someone talk to them a certain way to the point where they look weak to the rest of the man, you know what I'm trying to say? So if there's a conversation can start a madness in ego, you know what I'm trying to say? They could be conversating about something and someone doesn't agree with something, you know what I'm trying to say? Because there's girls in the room now, the person that is, you know, is not agreeing with the other person and he might be losing this battle or this debate, he might say something crazy. Like he might feel like his back's against the wall and then his ego kicks in And it's not even about the conversation anymore. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not about the conversation no more. Then it can turn to like who you're talking to and things like that, you know? Like obviously, these things are immature, but these things do happen. You know what I mean? It does happen. Let me give you another example of ego. Now, you know we got mobile phones right now, okay? Now, there's people out here that like to film everything. You know what I'm saying? There could be two guys having a fight. You know, it gets filmed. And, you know, we live in a world right now where one-on-ones is, it's really a thing of the past, to be honest with you. Even though everyone likes to sit down and watch boxing, and everyone likes to sit down and watch MMA, and then after the fight talk about how good the fight was and all that, but they're not into no one-on-ones. It's a very strange world we live in, right? So, you got man them now that will fight. You know what I'm saying? They will fight. It will be filmed. It gets out there. They put it out on the net. Now someone wants to kill somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Now someone wants to pop somebody because they might even not been like a sucker type dude. You know what I'm trying to say? They might have just lost the fight. You know, they might have just lost the fight. You know what I mean? But he might be a known gunman, he might not be. And these things, you know, when it goes out on social media, these things can change people, you know. Like it can change people, not even just social media. I know a guy back in the day, I'm not gonna say his name because he's quite known, but I know a guy back in the day that you know, he was a working man, you know, he was a working guy, and he was robbed for his gold chain and his chaps, and he changed into a gunman. You know, he remolded himself, and because he was living in the heart of where shit goes down as well, where stuff goes down. So you know, he decided that that's never happening again. You know what I mean? So you could even say that could be ego, or is it self-defense? And that's why I said earlier on that there is people walking around with some serious ego, but sometimes it's not really, it is their fault because the environment they put themselves around. Not everyone's got the money to move out, and depending on what age, if you're living with your parents and whatnot. But there's people out here that carry that ego as a self-protection. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's usually people that come from certain areas like ghetto areas, more rundown areas, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like a protection bracket for them, you know what I'm saying? Especially for the ones that don't really put their hands on people, you know what I'm saying? So it's a thing of where, you know, when you're living in certain areas, like, 'cause the streets are ugly, you know what I mean? And that's why in London, and I've heard a lot of people in America say this, in London, UK, they say that everyone walks around with a chip on their shoulder. That's how they view us, guys, just to let you know. And I say that in a thing of not a competition, but to let man know, can we change that? You know what I mean? Can we change it? But there's people that's come here and they said people just walk around with a chip on their shoulder. And that's the energy that they're reading from the people. You know what I'm trying to say? So just to let you know, more than one people said that. So if 5 people said that, I've seen 5 people say it, and a lot of people must think it. You know what I mean? So back to this ego. Things are getting recorded. People want to go and shoot up people now because it's embarrassment. You know? You got this live thing now, this live chat thing that people are doing now a lot. They're having arguments with the opposition on live, you know, and a lot of people are watching, you know, a lot of people are watching this. So, you know, and things will be said, and, you know, people start acting up, and, you know, big up to the ones that, you know, have a laugh, you know, and just like laugh off stuff and that, you know, like, you know, but there's people out there that saying mad stuff. That's all ego, you know what I mean? You know that people are watching and reading the comments, but some of the things that the people them do, man, I'm telling you, it's very childish, man, like when you think about it. So ego is a thing that basically what I'm trying to tell you people is you have to be very careful with it. And we've all had a little piece of ego from young till now, you know what I'm trying to say? But like I said before, some people's ego is more because of a protection bracket, and they're basically not letting no one know or let no one see them get soft. you understand? So they keep that, you know, that pride and that ego with them all the time, you know. But let me tell you something, the ego thing, it's not going to get you anywhere, because your ego, now let's talk about ego. Like, I've always said, I don't really want to do anything to anybody, you know what I mean? I'm not a man, I've got my own problems too. Like, I'm not a man that, I'm not really in it, like, turning the other cheek, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not really turning the other cheek. To me, that's not what I'm on at all, you know. And that could be, people could say that that's an ego thing. No, it's not an ego thing. To me, it's a survival thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna let a man come over to me and just start having his way with me. To me, that's like suicide. You know what I'm trying to say? If you let someone just come over to you and just have his way with you, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me, you know what I mean? So to me, that's not ego, you know? That's not ego. So there's a few men out there, you might think that they're rolling on ego, but really it's not. It's because they're in certain fields of life, you know what I mean? They got to move in a certain way where they're not showing no holes, you know what I mean? No holes in what they do. And they're going to stand firm on what they're on. But at the same time with that, like we said before, the ego thing gets a lot of people killed. You know what I'm saying? When and that's why you hear a lot of stories. And like I told you before, what I think one of the most reasons for deaths in society is, and I'm not having to go at our women at all, I'm saying over a woman. You know? Like I said before, I watched a lot of these documentaries and it started over a woman. Not to say that everyone has to play their part, that the woman didn't go and tell the guy to go and do what he done, you know? But what I'm trying to let you understand is, his son's mad. It's freezing, you know, and his sun is, maybe it's the fake sun, I don't know, but it's blasting and it's like really bright, but it's cold, yeah. So, like I was saying, see, it just threw me off there. Let me get them rays though. Hopefully it's the right type of rays, you know, because if it's the fake sun, then you're definitely not getting the right nutrition. You know what I mean? If the sun is not made by God and it's a fake sun, then we're definitely, my bad, man. I went off there, man. It can happen though. Peniros, man, it can happen. So yeah, so what I was saying basically, there's a lot of cases where people have been killed over women. That's ego. That is ego. If someone doesn't want to be with you anymore, then they don't want to be with you anymore. Why would you go and take someone out? You know what I mean? But I've said that in the other video, so I'm not really going to go through all that. I'll put that video at the end of this video so you can click on that video if you want. But the ego thing, you have to really be careful, people. You have to really be careful, because the ego thing will really, it will rip you apart, mate. Yeah. Another thing as well, it will make you people not want to be around you, you know. No one wants to come around someone that thinks they're the top of the top all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm doing this and yeah, I'm like this and I'm like that. We're all out here trying to do our thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're all on different levels and that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Right? But the ego thing, yeah, please, people, them, if you can, like, just try your best to, like, you know, just be yourself. You know what I mean? Because with ego, I don't think you're really being yourself. Like, I don't really understand how you're walking out of your house and you're thinking, okay, I'm above everyone today. Do you know what I mean? The most important thing is, did you hear that bird just now, that crow? The most important thing is this. If you can't control your ego, right? And if you're having real problems like controlling your ego, it basically means, for one, you're not in control of yourself. That's the first thing. And for two, it means you're just trying to impress other people. That bottom line, that's what it is. You're just trying to impress other people. You're worried about how you're perceived. Sorry guys, phone call. I should have put it on airplane mode, I forgot. Yeah, so people them, like what I was saying, yeah, like I was saying, I was a man like, you know, like a normal black guy like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Like doing my thing and, you know, I'm not gonna get too into all that, you know, but doing my thing and whatnot. I decided to like start making videos, you know, and I didn't let my ego get the better of me with that, you know. I could have, you know, but me making these videos, it never changed who I am. Like, it changed up here, you know what I'm trying to say, but not really, because I had the knowledge anyway. But I never let my ego get like, oh, I don't want certain girls to see me making knowledge videos, or I don't want, I feel some of the street man them that I was around, I don't want them to see me making these type of videos because I might look soft. But them man know I ain't soft. And as for the girls, I ain't never had no problem in that department. And for the people that know, I'm comfortable in my own, you know what I mean, in my own socks. So I didn't say to myself, I want to be, it's not cool to be a knowledge man. I don't want to, and big up to everybody else as well that took that path too. Because obviously now, why would it not be cool to be smart, man? Why would it, what? Like, this world is backwards, you know? Like, seriously, this world is backwards. It's like it's cool to be dumb right now. No, it's a bit much, but it's cool to be, is it cool to be dumb right now? Why would it not be cool to be smart anyway? Why would you not want to like teach your children that? So anyway, like I was saying, yeah, I took that path. I didn't give a shit. And you can ask anyone that knows me, P don't care about none of that. I don't care. There's nothing that you lot can tell me anyway. Like, on the street level, there's nothing that the man that I've met can tell me anything. And on the girls level, there's nothing that man can tell me. And I shouldn't even be measuring it up like that anyway. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it is what it is. So I didn't let my ego bother me. You know what I'm trying to say? I just went through and do what I do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Live who you are. You know what I'm saying? Live who you are. Don't like wake up in the morning, put on your armor of capping, leave your house and think that you're bigger than everybody else. And then because you're carrying that on your shoulders, the way that you're moving, you end up getting into a pass with someone. Someone loses their life. Now you're in a situation because, you know, someone, you know, listen, I'm not saying, look, I know how it is out here, right? Like and the reason why I'm saying to you guys that story earlier about turning the other cheek is a reason why, because I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand, especially in London. And that's also why I did talk about how they look at us. Because I'm trying to tell you people then that we can't stop doing all these things at once by one click of the button. We can't do that. It's just not happening. But some people can't go cold turkey. But what I'm saying, if we start trying to start being real to yourself, man. You know what I mean? Because more time when you're on the ego thing, yeah, it's because you're not happy about what level you're on as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're not happy about what level you're on. You know what I mean? Or you want to promote your level like it's something like, it's like, that means you're competition minded as well. You know what I mean? You're competition minded. Now don't get it wrong. A little bit of competition sometimes is cool, you know? A little bit of competition, but you know, when you're going too far with it, it's foolishness and it's foolery and it's nonsense. Because you should not be judging anybody on levels like that as well. If someone hasn't got the same job as you, how do you expect them to make the same money as you? And just know you live in a society right now where that can get taken off you anytime. In the streets and executively. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people faking the funk right now. You know? And use it to the best of your ability though. There's nothing wrong with having a finance car. My car is paid cash. But that's just the way I am. And I've got a very good credit report. I'm not going to talk too much about myself because that can even sound like ego. If I start sitting there saying I've never done, it doesn't really matter what I've done. It's about what we do now as a whole. You know what I'm trying to say? And the ego thing, like I said, I started about the story that I heard a few days ago. It's better to just be yourself. It's better to just really be yourself, man. Now I'm not saying to you as well If you're a bad man, walk around like, yeah, I'm a bad. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, leave the ego at home, innit? Don't even leave it at home. Just lock it off completely, man. Like, try your best, innit? Because it's long. It's long. You know, we don't pay each other's rent. We don't pay for each other's holidays and stuff like that. So it's not necessary. People are dying, dropping like flies out here too. You know you can't take that money with you. You know you can't take the money with you. Even if you have any, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people out here that they got egos and they ain't even got no money. We all ain't got no money, man. We're all trying to do the same thing. So, like, for example, where I am now, in this area, no one should be in competition with nobody. No one should have ego over nobody around here because we're all living the same. This ain't... It's a funny world we live in, people. It's a funny world we live in, man. And I'm sure I've talked enough, right? And like I said before, man, blessings for the new subscribers, because this is what we do. We just talk about different stuff, you know. And I haven't been doing the show lately. So because I haven't been doing the show lately, you know, I like to do my little talks, you know. And you know what? Let's do something different for this year. In the comments every now and again, give me some topics to talk about and we can talk about them. Even though I've got a whole list for you, but give me some topics that you might want me to cover and we can talk about it. But the ego thing is killing the people, them. It needs to stop. If you're killing on ego, you're killing off lies. Whatever you get, you get. Whatever you do, whatever comes to you, comes to you. If you're going to kill on lies, whatever comes to you. Because me, like I said, man's on defense. You know what I mean? And there ain't really no more I can say about that, man. There's so much. There is a lot more I can say, but right now we leave it like that. All right. So my people, them, love and blessings. Man. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.